Um, in late August, we began the market volatility sparked initially by China and the perceived slowdown in China's growth and the sell-off in the Chinese stock market. How important is China, the level of their stock market, the rate of growth in their economy, how important is that to the U.S. and even more to the global economy nowadays?
Well, the rate of growth of the Chinese economy is hugely important for the global economy. The Chinese stock market is pretty irrelevant except as it influences policy. Like the Fed clearly looked at it and delayed a decision based on the Chinese stock market. By the way, just the Chinese stock market is still up 30% year on year, and the U.S. stock market is flat. So I don't know what the problem is. But yes, but the growth rate is huge. If China continues to decelerate, and that's pretty likely, it means you just don't get the same extra demand for commodities and things like that around the world. So the Brazils and the Chiles and the commodity producing countries, Canada, Australia, don't grow as fast.
And I agree with you. You said the Chinese economy is still, Chinese stock market is still up substantially. What's the big deal? But it clearly was a big deal to the Chinese policymakers who came in with all sorts of tools to prevent the stock market from declining. How frightening is that to a global investor? Say that you want to invest in various China funds with your stock money. Should you be concerned that now you might be able to get in but you can't get out? And how concerning is that to, let's say, Western style investors, that the fact that the Chinese government showed that they want to intervene to prop up their stock market? They had no problem with it going up 60% in a year, but they don't want it to go down the whole 60%.
Well, it's certainly a little worrying, but remember, after the 1987 stock market crash in the U.S. and then the S&L crisis, I mean, we did some pretty interesting things. You know, attorney generals went after various politicians, the Keating Five. Those charges never happened, you know. Those people have had successful careers. But the Chinese response is not actually all that unusual. We've done most of those things in the U.S. before. It just caught markets by surprise. And they were already worried about China slowing down. And so I think it had an outsized impact. And it did scare investors away. There's no doubt about that.